What's up, guys? Hello Shiro Toy Reviews doing another review slash unboxing. This time on something kind of brief. Something I have been familiar with, but never really bothered to really get into it. Um, so what we have today is figure toy company Kull the Conqueror. If you don't know who this character is, he is affiliated with Conan the Barbarian. This character is Solomon Kane, and this is their creator, Robert E. Howard. Um, it's a lot to read, but I'll read his bio really quick. Call of Atlantis and Valusia, the barbarian who becomes a gladiator who seizes a magnificent kingdom from a mad tyrant and crowns himself king. In the dawn world of 100,000 years ago, Cole holds his throne against scheme conspirators, murderous rivals, and deadliest of all, the snake-headed serpent men who are mankind's secret masters. He broods over the mysteries of eternity, shatters outmoded and unjust laws, and answers his enemies' threats with razor-edged steel as his blood brother, Brule the Spear Slayer, fights at his side. Yeah, so this character, like I said, if you don't know who Conan the Barbarian is, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure everyone has at least heard of Conan at this point. Um, really cool character. He's had movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger portrayed him in two movies, maybe I think back in the 80s or something, which I've seen numerous times. I do love those movies. But yeah, so Cole originated like supposedly hundreds and thousands of years before Conan was born or whatever. But he's a pretty cool character. I like him. He kind of had a rough childhood, and it's like he's kind of like he not build, but he fought his way to become king. Like he came a long way to become king of his own kingdom. Um, yeah. But so this came out in 2014. This is of course made by Figure Toy Company. I've used their site to make my customs, and that's where I also bought my Scooby Doo figures that I did a review on. Maybe not last year, but many months ago. Um, and I checked. Unfortunately, on their website, these three characters are no longer um, being made. They discontinued or retired the license, which is really unfortunate. So I'm wondering if these sold well or what. That's really unfortunate because, to my knowledge, Conan has several figures to choose from throughout the years. Um, so yeah, so there's pretty much many options to get if you don't want this Conan doll. Um, but yeah, so Marvel owned the license to make Cole and Conan related stories. So I guess they do technically exist in the Marvel universe, I guess. Um, so back when Mego made Marvel figures in the 70s, they also had the license to make Conan figures. So that's one reason why we got Cole and Solomon Kane, because of way back then. Um, but yeah, and the fun fact, these clamshell packages, keep your figures, in or out of the box. And here he looks out of the box. Um, yeah. So another fun fact about the author, well, not necessarily a fun fact, supposedly he committed suicide, which I read about earlier today. I'm going to read more into it. They explain why, but that's pretty insane considering how popular his stories were. Um, and almost all these years later, because he started writing these stories in like the late 20s, early 30s, like all these years later, Conan is still relevant. So I don't know. It's just really sad and unfortunate. But yeah. So he comes with this dope axe. Um, so yeah. So like I said, I cannot find these figures anywhere. I have seen Kull on eBay before. He was like pretty inexpensive, so he was a character. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting him eventually. Um, I saw this figure at my comic book store last week. Here's the sword, his gold sword. I saw this figure at my comic book store last week, and I wish I had picked him up because I didn't realize he would be this. I wouldn't be able to find him anywhere. Um, but yeah, I would hopefully people will eventually list these back on sites and stuff. I would love to get Solomon Kane. Um, let's see. It was Twist Ties. Yeah, I would love to get Solomon Kane. He looks a lot like the Hugh Jackman Van Helsing, which I really like. Um, so yeah, but so here he is. Like I said, these are 2014. Wow, so I was 13, 14 years old. Hmm. Kind of smells like a rubber band. Um, okay. But yeah, he's cool. So yeah, I was a little on the fence. Like these dolls may eventually go up in price. I mean, these I think were around like $30 when they came out. That's usually what bigger toy company dolls go for. Um, but yeah, I just really like the aesthetic of him. I love that he has the scar on his face. I think that's really cool. And I was gonna use him for custom purposes. I'm still debating, like, because I could just get another one, but like I don't know when I'll be able to find another one. And you can't get his parts, like you can't get his head on classic TV toys, unfortunately. So but you can get I believe you can get all his clothing and his weapons on there, like his parts, but you can't get his molded head, which sucks. Um, I was really just thinking about just swapping like just the clothing and changing the clothes. Um, those are the only changes I was going to make. But yeah, see the back of him, belt. Uh, I like the crown. See, does it come apart? It looks like you can, or maybe you can't. Like it looks like there's a piece that allows you to snap it and unsnap it, but it looks kind of like it's glued on there. So, I'm definitely not going to mess with that. You can easily just take it off, put it on his head. Let's see. That's, yeah, kind of. Hmm. It kind of sits on his head. His hair is a little messy, but not that big of a deal. Um, yeah. So sorry, just kind of like I said, messing around with them. Like I really like the boots. I like you know. So like I said, some people who collect these type of figures or bought from figure toy company, they feel like the quality for these figures aren't that great, and I'm kind of on the fence. I do feel like it's kind of a hit and a miss, especially if you're buying these loose. So it's like because the quality isn't that great, like they may have loose joints or something. It's like, yeah, you probably would just want to keep it in the box to keep it from falling over or deteriorating possibly over time or something. So that makes sense. But me, I like to open my figures, and plus, I don't ever plan on selling him, especially if I find another one. I don't plan on selling him. Um, You see. Oh, that's cool. The little groove in the sword, so he can hold it. So I'm not sure if it's intended to hold it all the way, but there's a little groove where his thumb can go. Yeah, I don't think he's intended to hold it any further than that. Hmm. Maybe, maybe. I don't really want to force it. I don't want to like bend or warp the thumb. So, but and of course, his sword can fit in this sheath. Let's see. Let's try that out really quick. Um, let's see. Oh, try to get in there. Yes. Oh, so the crown doesn't really sit on there all that great. Um, okay, yeah, so it does fit in there nicely. This piece on the inside is hollow. There's no like extra plastic, so don't really care for that too much. Um, there's like these two little straps that hold the sword it, on the inside. Um, that's cool. Like I say, he comes with a sheath and he comes with a sword and this chain cape, which, hmm, oh. Well, the cape doesn't look to seem removable. Maybe you could take the cape off if you, you can pull it over his head. So, And lastly, let's see how he looks with his axe, which has this molded piece. There's also a groove. Let's see. Yeah, so originally he fought with an axe, and then when he became a king, he he became a king. He had donned the sword. So let's see. Oh, trying to get a wedge on the. Well, I tried. Um, yeah. So that's how he looks with the axe. Also has a groove on there. So like I said, he's a very cool figure. I really dig him. I wish I got him like a couple years ago when he was easier to obtain. Um, yeah, I really don't have any issues. Honestly, you know, he's just nice. He's cool. Like I said, I kind of want to use him for customs. Like I said, I'm just swapping out the clothing. But I'm debating because, like I said, I can't find him anywhere. If I can find another one, then I'll definitely customize this one or something. But yeah, so that's it for this review slash unboxing. If you're interested in King Kull, good luck. There might be other figures. Like I think I mentioned, there was a movie that came out maybe like in the 90s or something that didn't do all that great. I liked it. The actor in that movie who played him was Kevin Sorbo, who was Hercules, and excuse me, Legendary Journeys, which was a TV show from the 90s, I believe, which I've watched and I like that show as well. But so that movie had figures, but they're not all that great. So yeah, but this is it for this review. I guess I'll probably try to track down the other two characters eventually. But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace, you guys.